Where the are all the wigs when it comes down to Jada's head? And what the does Will Smith grab when he lays down in bed? I'm just saying some real man. Are you gripping when she's gobble, squabble, squabble, giving the boom, bop, shoobadap, bop, do ya, bop.
Who knew that your husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son and you ain't do shit about it?
Orlando Brown has shockingly exposed how Jada helps Will Smith in essaying young artists. And he's not just throwing accusations, he's claiming he's a victim of it himself.
These grounds and those grounds and all the way around, they have baby hair and, there is things that could be done.
These explosive allegations paint a disturbing picture of Hollywood's power couple, and if what Brown says is true, this could be one of the darkest cover-ups the industry has ever seen.
She disrespected herself with her constant walking outside without a wig on. I feel like some things just need to stop.
Jaguar Wright, who's been calling out shady Hollywood practices for years, has also hinted that the Smiths are into some seriously twisted stuff.
They're both they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship.
So what exactly is Orlando accusing them of? And how deep does the Smiths' alleged involvement really go? This revelation could change everything. Will Smith's back in the spotlight, but this time it's not for a feel-good movie role. He's catching some serious heat over accusations of alleged grooming. And guess who's calling him out? None other than former child star Orlando Brown. In some resurfaced videos from April 2020, Orlando dropped a bombshell that shook Hollywood. The That's So Raven and Proud Family star claimed he was groomed by two huge names, Will Smith and the late Michael Jackson.
This whole Will Smith, you feel me? Hey man, that Michael Jackson, bro.
In the video, Orlando's waving a K around, shouting into the camera, and even claiming that he's actually Will Smith's son. He goes as far as to accuse Will of assaulting his own children. It's all pretty chaotic with the constant yelling and cursing, making it tough to understand everything he's saying.
He's tripping, bro. That be on some other my like straight the up. What are you talking about, my you me as a kid, you me as a kid and you all my kids, and you still trying to get away with.
In the video, Orlando also claims he's the real Blanket Jackson, the youngest son of the late Michael Jackson. He says his whole family was wronged by him.
You sound weird, bro. I'm Trent. I'm your long-lost son, Trent. I'm Trent, aka Blanket Jackson.
Fans watching were quick to tell Orlando to seek medical help, saying he looked mentally disturbed. On the other hand, others are starting to wonder if he might actually be telling the truth, given the entertainment industry's shady reputation behind the scenes.
Don't you ever get on a TV show and act like I'm the when you me.
Well, everyone knows Orlando's infamous for saying some wild stuff in interviews, so it's no surprise people are questioning his credibility. Skeptics are out here saying he can't be trusted because of his erratic behavior and all that. But what if, just for a second, we entertain the idea that maybe he's actually speaking the truth?
The real Will Smith. What are you talking about? Where's your mind at?
Apparently, the mainstream media has been super quiet about the whole situation, which definitely raises some eyebrows. Could it be because Will Smith is such a beloved actor and nobody wants to believe he's capable of anything so grimy? Or is there something darker going on behind the scenes, like hush money and powerful PR moves? But some fans are really riding hard for Orlando, saying he's telling the truth. One fan even said, "Ain't no one gonna speak about being R as a child if it never happened. My God, bring this man peace and strength." Another one added, "Orlando Brown is telling the truth. He just acts crazy to play it off. Child actors go through a lot in Hollywood." And one more was like, "If you never been R as a child, you won't understand why he can't control himself when he goes back in his memory. When he says, 'I'm Trent' or 'Trick,' that's what they called him when him and he knows they know." I'Been Orlando is one of the few people who's been openly talking about these dark parties and shady dealings that have supposedly been going on since Hollywood's early days. He's always claimed that the people in this industry are monsters, willing to do whatever it takes for their own gains, whether it's for money or something more sinister.
Everybody's a gay rapper except for these except for you and me, Demonge.
No, I agree with you on that.
Excuse you, are you gay?
You know,
okay, well, I'm not. I know that.
Completely.
Not only that, during his latest interview, Orlando pulled off some weird mimicry to mock the record execs, and in the process, he somehow spilled details about those secret late-night parties involving men.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshka smash. You gave me the ooshka smuaf, the smash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean?
But what about the debate about Orlando's mental health? His interviews paint a worrying picture of someone dealing with some heavy stuff. Maybe even substance A folks are speculating about what led him down this dark path. This is what Dr. Phil had to say about him.
And whenever we do certain drugs, it can connect half a thought with another half a thought, so it can get pretty confusing.
Orlando isn't the first to call out Will Smith for shady stuff. Rumors have been swirling for years, dragging both Will and Jada into the mix. Remember those weird parties Will and Jada were hosting? The ones where younger dudes were seen leaving in a rush? Jaguar Wright spilled the tea, claiming she witnessed some wild things going down at their place during these so-called mentorship sessions. Will and Jada have always tried to put on this front like they're the perfect couple, but behind closed doors, it's been a total mess.
Who can believe that is real by any means with all of that?
Makes it tough to believe.
With all of that.
But some people think that they did this with the help of Diddy. Rumor has it that something might be brewing between Will and Diddy. Yeah, you heard that right. People are dropping hints that they're keeping things on the down low. And if you know Diddy, he's supposedly the mastermind behind a lot of the shady stuff happening in the industry. Wherever there's an underground freak-off going down, Diddy's right there, and apparently, Will has been spotted right next to him.
Because I would remember watching him come out of, one of my young boys' cribs. But then he would go and he would off on my young boy and let my young boy use the Maserati.
Diddy and the Fresh Prince himself allegedly throwing these undercover gay parties. And guess who spilled the tea? Diddy's own security team. But hold up, what's the deal with Jada? If all of this is true, why is she still riding with Will? Is it for fame? You've got industry insiders dishing more dirt. Alexis Arquette even called him out, saying Jada's just a cover-up while Will's out there living his truth. She wrote, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him, servicing his sugar daddy, Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. Will threw a fit on the set of 6 Degrees of Separation when he was required by the scene to kiss Anthony Rapp. He persuaded the director to shoot the back of his head in frame." Arquette said Will's demands to make changes in the scene avoided the non-existent lip lock instantly. She continued, "Gays have enemies. They lurk in gilded closets. Outing is healthy. You are either with us or against us. You decide. Today." And then Tasha K just dropped this mind-blowing interview, teasing that she's got the inside scoop straight from a close friend or assistant of Will Smith, who's been in the mix for ages. So, apparently Dwayne Martin and Will Smith might be more than just pals. Rumor has it that Will shelled out some serious cash to keep their friendship under wraps. There has also some wild stuff going on about Dwayne supposedly getting into some scandalous antics with Will.
All right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will. Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder. It was murder in there.
Not only that, this insider is also throwing some major shade at Jada, hinting at some pretty scandalous details about her preferences. But guess what? The drama doesn't stop there, because Trisha Taz has been dropping bombs left and right, claiming that Will Smith was allegedly involved in some shady stuff with her male dancers. She specifically said, "How about worry about your daughter being in bed at 13 with her 20-year-old boyfriend? How about worry about your cheating husband one of my male dancers when they didn't want to?
How about worry about your cheating husband my male dancers, when they didn't want to? How about talk about that?"
Given the close relationship between these two, it raises some eyebrows that they haven't been more open about their SO, especially with all the rumors swirling around from both social media and other sources. So the big question is, will the speculation about Will and Dwayne ever die down? Comedian Bert Kreischer jumped into the mix too, sharing a story during an interview with Vlad TV about an audition he got through Will's company. He detailed a pretty awkward encounter he had with Will himself, which just added more fuel to the fire of this ongoing discussion.
And he liked me. He liked me. He was like, "Let's go see a movie." I was like,
Okay.
You guys went to a movie.
Bert also mentioned that Will extended an invitation to watch a movie, but his father cautioned him, suggesting that Will probably had alternate arrangements.
He was like, oh, buddy. He's trying to you. I go, what?
Bert went on to remark that many prominent male figures in Hollywood harbor fantasies about reverting to a younger age. This brings us to Will's suspected associate in these claims, Diddy. Like Will, Diddy has faced persistent allegations regarding his conduct. One aspect of these allegations involves a particular circle in his entourage, where he allegedly introduces his young musicians to unsettling practices with Portuguese origins, a notion that is particularly troubling.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's.
While there hasn't been any direct confirmation about Will Smith's purported engagement with any of these individuals, the persistent conversations surrounding this subject underscore its notable presence within public discourse. This revelation attracted the audience, and one of them said, "People assume that a celebrity wife does not know that her husband is gay and that he is on the DL. But I feel that in most cases the wife knows, is gay herself, which then makes an agreement to enter into a lavender marriage for business reasons. For me, Reynolds, Lively, Wade, Union, Smith, Pinkett, Cruz, Holmes, Urban, Kidman, Jay-Z, Beyonce, etc." Another one added, "It all makes sense because if their marriage has been done for the past 10, 15 years, then him being gay might be a reason why, and she knows she has to protect the bag, so she's definitely not going to say anything during those times. But now she's kind of hinting it because she knows she still wants that bag for the future, so she doesn't want to mess that up." Jaguar Wright also just threw some major shade Will's way, straight up calling him out for being a total creep. She alleges that young dudes have been fleeing from his mentorship program like it's the end of the world. According to Jaguar, Will has been getting involved in some seriously shady affairs with young men in the industry, all under the guise of mentoring them. And guess what? Diddy's name keeps popping up in this mess too.
Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed dog.
Bryshire Gray himself claims that his career was on the upswing until he crossed paths with Will Smith. And let's be real, considering Smith's track record with both men and women, it's not exactly shocking. So, when whispers started circulating about them possibly being into each other, Gray's career took a nosedive. Now, Will and Jada have this whole open relationship thing going on, where they're cool talking about feelings with folks of any gender. So, if Gray ended up being one of Will's romantic interests, it's not exactly breaking news. Check this out for a sneak peek.
He's with my man Charlie Mack, so Charlie was with me every step of the way. First out the limo, so Charlie has been with me, 30 years coming up in the business.
To further confirm this, Jaguar did not stop pulling back the curtain on the Smith household, painting a picture that's far from the perfect family facade we all know. Behind closed doors, there are secret parties, shady characters coming and going, and whispers of some seriously sketchy stuff happening. And their poor kids, they're smack dab in the middle of it all. And some people also speculate Jaden Smith-S as well. Per new reports, Bieber and Smith may be itching closer to coming out. As a possible couple, the two men, who have known each other since childhood, have been getting closer and closer recently. Most recently, the two were at Coachella together, and a fan filmed the two interacting with each other. When neither man knew the camera was on them, they acted in a way that shocked onlookers. In the video, you see Jaden walk behind Justin and grind on his backside. Then you see Justin realize that it was Jaden grinding on him and turn to him and smile. Justin then appears to kiss Jaden on his neck. It was quite a scene. As you would naturally expect, the video had several people talking on social media, and let's just say the reactions were as diverse as it gets. Referring to Justin, one person wrote, "No BC, why they all up on each other like that in the beginning? Doesn't he have a wife at home?" Moreover, contrary to the image of Will Smith as just a typical dad giving his son Jaden a sweet peck on the cheek, their dynamic seems to go way beyond the usual father-son relationship. Will has been spotted planting kisses on Jaden's lips multiple times, which has raised some eyebrows. While some folks might brush it off as innocent paternal love, others are starting to wonder if there's something more complex at play beyond just a close bond. Speculations are flying about what these displays of affection might really mean.
That
we saw on Red Table Talk. Oh, that was G. That was G rated. That was G rated shit.
What I will say that I do know about the Smiths.
The public reaction to Will Smith's affectionate behavior has sparked discomfort among some of his fans. Many people criticized him for what they perceived as making Jaden uneasy by frequently planting kisses on his lips. Despite the growing scrutiny, Will has consistently denied any insinuations of impropriety, insisting that his gestures haven't caused Jaden any discomfort. On this matter, one person commented, "That's disgusting. No one kisses their kids on the mouth like that, especially when the kids are teenagers. I can't believe people are cheering this kind of behavior." But it looks like Jaguar isn't holding back when it comes to Jada's parenting skills. She's accusing Jada of turning a blind eye to what's going on with Jaden, despite knowing the truth.
Don't be bad at everything.
Shit. Yeah.
You was an all right actress, you was a terrible wife, you was a bad mother.
Not only this, she is also seemingly confirming Dwayne Martin's story as well.
So you believe the Dwayne Martin story, that could have happened?
Of course. Everybody know that shit. Everybody knew they was just ain't nobody know Dwayne was folding him over like that, taking him to Pound Town.
Now, word on the street is that Will Smith and Diddy might be more than just buddies. They could be part of some exclusive club or situationship. And let me tell you, if there's one guy in Hollywood who's been dogged by gay rumors for ages, it's Diddy. Seriously, the down low whispers have been following him around for years. Wendy Williams has been stirring that pot since the 90s, unapologetically calling out Diddy for everything from his long baby daddy list to his fashion choices. Did she back down? Not a chance. She claimed, "Once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent his all-girl group to beat my A in front of the radio station." Fact! I finished my shift, round up my headphones, put my bag on my arm, and I see everybody lined up at the window looking down on the sidewalk. She also poked fun at him constantly changing his name throughout his career. She said in a 2015 episode of The Wendy Williams Show, "I don't like when people change their names in the middle of our relationship. Like, don't tell me call you Diddy, I know you as Puffy, that's it." But Diddy also fired back, claiming he'd make everyone gay and happy under his reign. But it's not just internet trolls stirring up drama. It's people who've actually rubbed shoulders with Diddy and Will. One of Diddy's former bodyguards spilled some serious tea about intimate moments between Diddy and another rapper.
This rapper and him, they all in the room together.
You know what adds fuel to the fire? Will's rap background. The man's got not one, not two, but 4 Grammy Awards in rap categories. So when that bodyguard hinted at Diddy getting cozy with a rapper, all eyes turned to Will. But Gene Deal has come back into the spotlight with some serious allegations about Will and Diddy's alleged situationship. He's been relentless, exposing every detail like it's nobody's business.
Just for the sake of it, Cassie wasn't the only one who wanted, or she didn't want it, but Cassie who searched for the big black.
And Keith D had something to say too. He basically confirmed that Jada used to tag along with Will to these freak-offs.
Yeah. That picture there, that they was at that party that day. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of weird shit, that whole yeah, that's weird, dude.
It seems that Will Smith may have been influenced by the path set by his predecessor, Quincy Jones. For those unfamiliar, Quincy Jones is a multi-talented individual who has collaborated with icons such as Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, and the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Yet his fame doesn't stop there. Rumors about his interest in men have circulated for years, and recent developments suggest there might be some truth to those speculations.
Well, my first musical memories when I wanted to be a gangster until I was 11, coming from Chicago in the 30s.
Chris Rock also talked about this. The majority of his detractors are people who say he is punching down on black women because of his past statements about Meghan Markle and his repeated use of the word B to describe Jada Pinkett Smith. In other parts of his stand-up routine, Rock made some controversial remarks concerning the late Michael Jackson. A clip of him saying, "I'm all for social justice. I'm all for marginalized people getting their rights. The thing I have a problem with is the selective outrage." Selective outrage. You know what I'm talking about. One person does something and gets canceled, and somebody else does the exact same thing. Nothing. It appears that Chris has sparked controversy among Michael Jackson's fans and supporters by allegedly attempting to prove that Michael Jackson was a P-dater, stating he will never be friends with P-daters. Michael's connection with Quincy Jones, along with Quincy's rumored ties to Will's SO, has stirred up quite a bit of concern. Many speculate he could be involved in a larger network influencing these allegations. Orlando's viral video seems to back this up, but opinions are sharply divided due to concerns about Orlando's mental health. One person on the internet wrote, He's not trolling, he's serious when talking about R, then goes into joking like I'm being super serious, then trying to make it like a gay joke with his voice. Regardless, if any of these claims turn out to be true, it could spell serious trouble for both Jada and Will. That's all for today. Catch you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.